catching June bugs. So I'm sorry, these aren't June bugs, these are Japanese beetles. But I guess the thing I'm finding is, with most of the methods that we've tried so far, so we have sprayed just a little test sample with neem oil and soap, and it did seem like it worked for a few that I sprayed. Then I tried the habanero juice, fish oil, and Dawn dishwashing soap. That stunned them really well. It did kill some of them, but you know, not given the results that we would like. So then I tried to back off without the habanero, really because it was hurting my eyes. And I tried just Dawn and fish oil, and again that had limited success. So one of our subscribers actually mentioned walking around with a bucket and picking them off, and she said every time that will actually get rid of them. And you know what, all the research I've found shows that she's right. So I think what I'm going to do, and there's also something I think out there called milky spore that you can put out, and it's, I guess, a spore that you can set out, but there's a little bit of difference. So there's a powder variety, and the powder variety, I believe, comes in 40-ounce little jars or containers, and you only have to put that down once. But there's another granular option, I think, that Walmart sells, and you have to put that down 2 or 3 times a year for 2 years in order to make that successful. So I'm not sure what the difference is. They both come from the same company. I guess it's a percentage as far as how you know, how much is actually in there. But on the powder variety, it looks like you can apply that once and be done. And I know nothing about that. I just know that some friends of ours are using it. They claim that it's free of or will not hurt any worms or anything like that. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not really caring about the worms, because I think we can find ways to remultiply the worms. But I'm also worried about the other bacteria and the microbiological part that's down in there, because if it's truly in the ground, and it sounds like it only attacks the grub worms, which I guess would be good for the Japanese beetles and probably also for the June bugs and other stuff like that, you know, it may be a benefit. But I guess the part I'm a little bit worried about is they said it can hang around for 20 years. And if I do something like that, that's that permanent for 20 years, I don't know, I'm thinking I can just go around and pick these off. Might take me more time, but I'm thinking that this will be a permanent solution too. So it's a little tricky to catch them. You know, when they're doing the damage to the leaves, that's the first little tip off that I see them. You know, I can find them real quick. I just look for the damage on the actual leaves, and they are doing quite a bit of damage. But I don't see them damaging enough yet that would actually cause me to be concerned that a tree's gonna die or you know, have any other issues with it, since they are really only attacking the leaves. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, if you got a great method that works real well, you know, I've heard of neem oil, I've heard of diatomaceous earth and other things like that, but I'm not really confident that diatomaceous earth will work real well on a hard-shelled animal. On soft-shelled animals, I think it works a little bit better. But you know, maybe I'm wrong, and some of you out there may correct me on that, and that'll be fine. But from our homestead standpoint right now, I'm trying to stay away from using neem oil a lot, just because there has been some questions raised about it, and I would prefer to see if there's a better, more natural way. That's why I've been trying to use the fish oil, because fish oil, you know, it will actually suffocate also, based on it being an oil, and it's also beneficial for the plants. So I'm trying to see a two-fold approach versus just a single-fold. And if you don't mind, Luke's kind of started his own little channel, YouTube channel. It's got a lot of things that maybe if you have children his age, you know, kind of in that early teenage year, or kind of in their 10s and maybe 10 to 16-year-old might find interesting, you know, I'll put it down in the link below. It's under Luke Haas. If you could just share that with your kids, maybe you can find that enjoyable. So, thanks again. So, please put your comments down below. Share your information with us as you always do. We love it. And in the meantime, at least for the time being, we're going to continue picking these off, as one of our subscribers said. And it's not too bad. Get to come out here with my kids. They're picking raspberries and picking strawberries right now, the few that's left. And I get to just enjoy a little time with them. So thanks again for watching. Please subscribe and share with us. So long.